Okay, good morning, class. No, so let's go to our topic for today. That is past 7 statement of cash flows. So, what are our learning objectives? So, we have here first describe the statement of cash flows. Differentiate between the following: the operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. And lastly, they state the classifications of the following in a statement of cash flows. First, dividend receive, dividends paid, interest paid, and the interest received. Okay. So what is a state of cash flows? No, provides the about the source and utilization no, of cash and cash equivalents during the period. So the classifications are according to operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. So please be careful with the word uh, provides words. No, provides informations about the sources and utilization, no? So this is the in or out of cash, literally. So kani siya, kung ato lang siyang ihunaw-naon, the balance sheet, equity, and the income statement, they are using accrual based of accounting. Kani, no? Pero kaning statement of cash flows, iyang presentation is like a cash based accounting, no? Kay kani siya gipakita raman diri kung ang the in or out, no, of the cash, no? Or net change. Okay, na may usay na ini dugang ni na ini dugang, no, na ini sulod, then na ako ni gawa. So the net change of that one will be presented in the statement of cash flows. So remember that one, ha. Na activities, of course, operating of activities included transactions that enter into determination of profit or loss. Okay, investing activities, no, include transactions that affect long-term assets and non-operating assets. No? So, kani siya, long-term assets, PPE, long-term investments, okay? Other long-term assets, diya ibutang, investing. No? And then, non-operating assets. Of course, let us say non-operating assets, mga deferred tax assets, no? Mga long-term job na siya, pero non-operating. Okay? Katong operating cycle, no, operating assets, actually, it's included in the operating activities po, no? Ito mga net change sa account receivable, inventories, prepaid expenses, no? So, yeah, ma-classify siya, no? So, financing activities includes transactions that affects equity and non-operating activities, non-operating liabilities. So, when you say equity, no, kato mga additional capital, na, diya ibutang, withdrawal of capital, no? Okay? Dividends, diya ibutang, no? Then, non-operating liabilities. Of course, this one, non-operating liabilities, let us say, mga loans, no? Loans payable, they are not part of the no? Of the operating liabilities. Ito mga operating liabilities sample are kato mga accounts payable, unearned income, no? No? So kana. Pero katong mga non-operating activities, it should be included here. So usahay ma-interchange ng investing activities compare and also with the finance activities, no? Because sometimes we can classify it's a investing, no, even though the money is coming from financing, no, ba? So gaming trick, no, and actually in the board exam more po na questions, no, what is the total amount of the net operating increase of investing activities, no, or what is the or net operating net of financing activities use, no, or let us say provided, no, by financing activities. So makita ito, no, so can study on that one, no? And then in order for you to study that one, you need to go with what we call this one sa internet, no, there are lots of examples there. Okay, so examples of cash flow from operating activities. Okay, before that, no, in the presentation of the statement of cash flows, there are two types of methods, no, they're going to use. We have direct method and the what we call indirect method. But usually in the actual practice, no, we're using indirect method. Okay, so katong indirect method, net change lang to, no, based on balance sheet lang. So whatever the increase decrease on the balance sheet, no, compared to last year or current year, no, it's for you to look at, no. It's for you to study, no. Yun sa pagkuha indirect. Okay? So, but I'm not telling you na where you need to only master the indirect, no. Also the direct method also. Okay? Asa ang pagkuha, no. So as I have said, we're getting here, no. The we're using here cash base, no. So katong let us say mga account receivables, no. So katong imong gi-paid dito, no. Kung we're using accrual accounting, so mag-work back ka, squeeze back ka kung pila imong collections. Okay? So yung ana man na, no, collections pili mong na paid, no, sa interest. Okay? So careful on that one. And yes, no, examples of cash flows from operating activities, no. Cash receipts from sales of goods and rendering service or other income or other forms of income. No? Now, cash payments for purchase of goods and services, cash payments for operating expenses such as employee benefits, insurance, and alike, and payments or refunds of income taxes, no, cash receipts and payments from contracts held for dealings or trading purposes. So, nantawa mga words magamit, no, cash receipts, cash payments, no, cash receipts and payments, no. So, this is as you can see, no, involve cash na siya. No? Because as you can see in the statement of cash flows, your ending cash balance in the statement of cash flows is the same with your cash balance in the balance sheet or the income or in the statement of financial position. So dapat, no, the same. Okay? Of course, here statement of cash flow from investing, no? Cash receipts and payments, no? Natawa. In acquisition and disposition of property, plant and equipment, no? Invested property, yes, intangible, and other than current assets. Oh, di ba? So cash receipts and other payments, no, in acquisition and sale of equity or debt instruments or other entities other than those that are classified as cash equivalents or held for trading. Of course, held for trading di na pwede to, no. Dili na siya long term, no. Pag held for trading na siya, so it's going to reclassify into current assets, no, from non-current to current assets. So cash receipts and cash payments on derivative assets and liabilities other than those are held for trading or classified as financing activities. Oh, see? So kana, no? It's for you to discover, okay? Ako mismo usahay ma-interchange ako usahay, no? Okay? Pero in practice, usually ang imong care is the ending balance man, no? Di na ka mag-care kung mao ba ang classification, mao ba pagbutang sa financing or activities, no? Financing or sa investing. Pero usually gina-check na sa mong head, no? When way back before 4 years ago, no? Naman ko kuan ito mentor, no? Siya mo check. Ang kadalasan mo ni kung saipan, no? So, ibutang sa notes niya, please reclassify blah blah blah, no? So here, no, statement of cash flows, sample of cash flows from financing activities. So we have cash receipts from issuing of shares, no? So as I have said, equity and non-operating liability ang sa financing, no? So the next, of course, cash receipts from issuing notes, loans, bonds, mortgage payable, and other short-term or long-term borrowings and their prepayments, no? Then cash receipts by a lessee for deduction of the outstanding liability relating to a lease. Okay? So go on naman, no? Okay, remember the following. Operating activities affects profit or loss. Investing activities affects non-current assets and other investments or non-operating assets, no? Then financing activities affects borrowings and equity. Okay? Or be specific, non-operating liability. Di ba? So, core principle. So, the core principle when preparing the statement of cash flows, include only transactions that have affected cash and cash equivalents, no? Or exclude the transactions that do not affect the cash and cash equivalents. Okay, so as I've said kanina, no, cash flows. It's more on the in or out of cash, no, affects sa cash. So kana. So kani interest and dividends. So kani no cash flow from interest received, income received. So option 1, option 2, no, operating activity or investing ba. So magdepende siya na no kung asa. Okay? So guided mo ana here. Reporting cash flows from operating activities, direct method. As sino ka na. So indirect method. Mm. So kani siya, namantay mo itong ina, indirect method, more on the effects of changes in operating assets and liabilities and affects non-cash items. So kana na. So here, if you have questions, if you have questions on the presentation, no, kindly PM me sa GC lang. Okay, not on my personal account ha. Okay, magdaghan mo dito. Ato lang sa GC, kindly call my attention lang dito, no, na naglibog ka. At least the other groups or your other classmates can also relate kay baso na nagka-problema lang po siya. No? So here, here again, no, please email me your comment, your reaction, no, on this presentation, and kindly put the subject name for this one is the name, your name, no, your name slash subject name, topic na to, no, topic, no? So for example, Frederick Roda slash past 7, no, statement of cash flows, no, muna ibutan ito para makita na kung kinsa ang ni-pass, no. So deadline for this one will be tomorrow, no, Friday. Okay, so Friday, no, until 12 noon pwede lang, no. This will be served as uh your your deadline, no, no deadline for serve as your pre-test. Okay, so this is it. Okay, thank you and God bless everyone.